Hey there, it's day 5. I'm at kilometer 55, having just an awesome day for several reasons. First of all, we're learning all kinds of really cool stuff on our route from Javier. You'll see more about that in this video. But also, the scenery in the terrain has been changing so much. In a lot of ways, it's reminded me of the Sahara. Different parts of the Sahara all compressed into one day, and it's been really motivating. The terrain has been totally my style of terrain, what I like to do. I don't know if you recall from yesterday's video, but the military last night said you guys have to basically stop here. You can't go any further south through the desert tomorrow because there's going to be military operations. And we didn't want to be out there at night, so we had to reset our route and find a way to go south. And the military said, well, there's a trail that skirts the border of where we're going to be, and it's for hydro, for access to, not hydro, in Canada we call it hydro, for power lines. And so I'm out here in this incredible desert, so check it out. Mountains over there, that's the coastal mountains. And trust me, they look much more impressive when you're not on camera. And the Andes are behind these trees. And I've just all of a sudden come out of desert, I mean major desert, on this power line trail into this forest. And apparently it's a protected area, and it's absolutely incredible. It's just so cool. I wanted to capture it on film. And, you know, this is, a pretty lush forest here. So in contrasting to the Amazon jungle, where we were just a few months ago, from a biodiversity perspective, all I can say is wow, because there's a lot less trees. We couldn't even see our tracker sometimes. We couldn't even track because the canopy was so thick in the Amazon. So really a big contrast here. It's boiling hot too, by the way. And, you'll notice I'm wearing long sleeves. I've never had to wear long sleeves in a desert before. And today, I just started cooking. If you see my hand here, I don't know if you can see these blisters if the sun's at the right angle, but I basically had those all over my arms, and trust me, I've been loading the suntan lotion on. But Javier has explained to us that, not unlike Antarctica, when Kevin and Richard and I were there, the sun here, the ozone layer is thinner, and the sun is at its most potent right now. And so it hasn't been quite as hot as the Sahara Desert, but the sun is so intense, and you can totally feel it, and that's why I look this way, even though I'm loading on the sun lotion.
We're in a little town called Pozo Almonte. Pretty cool little town. Right now Ray is out in the desert, and we're here resupplying and stopping off at an internet cafe so we can communicate with everybody. So, hey Williams, we're in the town of Pozo Almonte. It's a pretty small town, but it's a nice little town. What kind of town was it? Were there miners here? Or?
Oh yes, was few years back was very important because the people working here in the area with the nitrate or saltpeter mines. Now it's different because almost the more important in Chile is the copper. We find copper near to here. Now it's only for across the road.
Yeah, and copper is over in the Andes?
In the Andes, right.
To the east of where we're running?
Oh yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Hey Javier, we're at a water stop here, water drop for Ray, and we're sitting under some trees, and you were just telling me some interesting things about the trees. What kind of tree is this, and what does it provide?
Okay, the tree is the tamarugo, the name, so the Prosopis atacamensis is the name, and it's very important, was very important before for the Indian because it gives this fruit, you can see, and this fruit is you mill this one, you get flour. And then the people don't have wheat, the people do flour with this, and they can do bread, they can cook, they can eat this one. And I'm supposed to do it like this, because you're going to find millions of this kind of seed, and you're going to find thousands trees in the desert, like this one. We call Pampa del Tamarugal because the only one tree you find in the desert is this one. And you can eat this one, it's very important, it's a lot of protein also, very important. Something particular for this tree, we can see a tree of 4 meters, the root of the tree is 6 times the size of the tree, it's tight, deep, looking for water. and they can survive in places like this. You see, it's a little bit salty place, but they can survive with salty water also.
Very good. Thank you.
Welcome.
I gotta say, the Atacama truly has got to be one of the most beautiful places on earth. Just running for the last hour or so through this really cool forest. It's just amazing. It's so cool. I mean, I would suggest to anyone, if to put it on the Atacama Desert, if you have a list of places that you really want to visit, you got to put Atacama Desert on that list. It's just so amazing how quick the terrain changes here, and you can be at high altitude in the mountains, and then, down in this blistering hot desert, and then, within 100K, and then, in a forest, in a matter of 50K. It's amazing.